Syndicate J, salute. Timmy Diamond, salute. Nitty G, Easy Money 12217, Ancestral Rays, salute. Salute to my peoples, man. Hope Bradley, salute. Jay Good, salute. Building Stronger Men, salute. Yasser Hussein, salute. It's good. Smash that like button as we come in. Rob Cruz, salute. World Breaker Fighting, salute. Yeah, I just couldn't. I already knew, but I couldn't do nothing about it. Corey Barkeritis, salute. Nassim the Dream, Roderick Thompson. Make the Fight, the real Dino Wells, salute. DeAndre Ariel, salute. Travis Till, salute. Tank Gain the Grip, salute. Big Toe, Little Foot, salute. Main Event Mark, salute. Mr. Morefire, salute. Main Event Mark, salute. Smash the like button as you come in, man. Smash the like button. Don Ron, salute. Ronaldo Tool, salute. Come on, bullshit. Organic Herbs and Supplements, salute. It's Cursor, salute. Nah, you ain't the only one lagging, man. It's YouTube, man. This is why I tell y'all, smash the like button, man. I can't stand going through this, man. Horrible, man. Horrible. I switched my whole network and everything. This ain't even the same network or nothing. There's no way this one is lagging too. Now everything is lagging. Ahmad is Ahmad, salute. I swear I tell y'all, man, I can't wait till Amazon come out with their platform. Rico Taylor, salute. Mia, salute. What I know about Brian Vera? He was a journeyman boxer. Tony Perez, Nate Woolbright, salute. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes to 60, man. Bottom South D-Town, salute. Tyrone Glasper, salute. I couldn't see it, man. I'll answer questions in a little while. I'll salute y'all as I see y'all, man. But that's all I could do. I can't stand YouTube, though. Can't stand YouTube, man. Black Wall Street, salute. Smash the like button, man. Narco, salute. Fight Fan Lewis, salute. Jay Good, salute. Smash the like button, people. Let's get the likes to 60, man. Smash the like button. Because YouTube does this nonsense, right? They always messing with your live stream, messing with something, right? So I had 70 people. It dropped from 70 to 48. Then it told me it couldn't register, and it started loading and all types of nonsense out of the blue. Tony Hurd, salute, right? And so this is a whole different. This is a whole different plan. This is a whole different phone. I'm usually do my live stream from this. So I'm doing it on this, which is 2 different networks. And now I'm having the same issue. Just to prove that it's YouTube. Eric, salute. That's why I can't stay in YouTube. Because they mess with who they want to. B. Brown, salute. So you sit here, you do all this talking, and then people are saying, oh, they can't even see, it's lagging. So you're talking for no reason. That's why. Smash the like buttons. Get the likes up to 70, 75, 80 right now. Smash it. This is why. This is why we tell y'all to hit the like button. Because their algorithm messes with you on purpose. It picks and chooses who they want to mess with. So if you guys don't smash the like button and do things of that nature, right, they'll continue to mess with you. And this is what they do. Cypher Supreme Rod, salute. Woolbag, salute. Will Book, salute. Fierce Perspective, salute. So as you watching, I'm talking, and then all of a sudden I look up, and I'm not even on. So you got to constantly continue to look to make sure you on. Your stream is working. Kyrian Johnson, salute. Bernard Goat, salute. Which is annoying. So you looking, I got to constantly try to look and see how many people is there, how many try. It's not the point of the people, it's the point of you got to look at how many people is watching, because all of a sudden you'll go from 150 to 80 people. 70 people then just fall off like that, or just decide not to watch anymore. So they mess with the streams, and if you don't pay attention, then you don't even know people is not even there no more. Or they pushing people out, or they blocking people that you ain't even blocking. Horrible, man. Pastor Student, salute. Sorry, man, I went on that rant, man. It's annoying, man. So now you hear they want only certain selective people to be successful. They don't want you to have a consistent amount of viewers throughout the day. Horrible. Smash the like buttons. Get the likes to 90. Smash the like buttons. Get them likes up to 90 right now, people. Yeah, man. They don't want you to be successful, man. Horrible, man. But anyway, with that said, Floyd Mayweather came out. He supposedly has surprised Gervonta Tank Davis at the press conference, and he stated the reason that Gervonta Tank Davis hasn't faced tougher opposition is due to him and Leonard Ellerbe. Don't blame Gervonta Tank Davis for lack of competition, so on and so forth, but blame him and blame Leonard Ellerbe. He states that Tank will face anybody they put in front of him, and is due to them and the pace that they set forth. Smash the like buttons. Get them likes up to 95. Let's get the likes to 100. Smash the like button. J.E. salute. So, but two, on the same token, smash the like button. Let's get the likes to 100. Smash it right now. Get the likes to 100. To 100. Showdown 979. Salute. So with that said, at the same time, and the same token, I thought about this, right? I was thinking, well, there's a lot of fighters. Salute to my brother Slip the Jab in the building as well. There's a lot of fighters that's not eager or willing to get in the ring with Tank Davis either. Like Machado, like Burchett. You know, these are fighters that are other title holders, and they're not eager to jump in the ring with him, right? And so we automatically, as soon as we think Tank Davis, we automatically align him with Vasyl Lomachenko. Oh, he don't want that fight with Lomachenko. That's automatically who we align him with, right? Rob Cruz, salute. It's Curse, salute. We automatically align him with Vasyl Lomachenko. Oh, he don't want to fight Lomachenko. He don't want to fight Lomachenko. So since the fight with Lomachenko haven't come to fruition, we automatically in our brains start to feel like he ain't fighting nobody. Well, the other champions are not willing to shake it up with him either, right? Not to mention the other champions not willing to shake it up with him. Not to mention the situation with him and Tevin Farmer. I don't think there's not a cell in my brain that believes Zion Love, DJS, salute. There's not a cell in my brain that believes that Gervonta Tank Davis is avoiding a fight with Tevin Farmer. Not a piece of me that believes that he's avoiding a fight with Tevin Farmer. Not 1 inch of my brain. And with that said, you know, like I told Darius Ewan, salute. Like I told everybody, right? Tevin Farmer, well, not Tevin Farmer. Leonard Ellaby told me, IUP Jay Gilmore, salute. Leonard Ellaby told me at the Pacquiao Broner press conference. He told me, he said that they have no interest in working with Eddie Hearn, DAZN, Matchroom, or any other promoters. That's what he told me. Not just Eddie Hearn, Gregory Wyatt, salute. Not just Eddie Hearn and DAZN, and Matchroom, who work with Tevin Farmer, but he said any other promoters, which had me thinking, BBG, salute, which led me to think, right, is that Lou DiBella is the promoter for Tevin Farmer. That's Lou DiBella, right? It's not like they have to work with Eddie Hearn, because he's told me, he said, who is Eddie Hearn? Why we got to work with Eddie Hearn? What has he done? See, so the thing that's missed in that statement when he says that is you got to think about this, right? He's saying, who is Eddie Hearn? What has Eddie Hearn done? Right? But in the same token, you got to think, Tevin Farmer's a champion. So it's not about what Eddie Hearn is doing. See, these promoters are making it about them instead of making it about the fighters. That's the problem. The promoters are making it about them instead of making it about the fighters. And that's the problem, right? So he says, oh, why should we work with Eddie Hearn? What has Eddie Hearn done? Who is Eddie Hearn? That's what he told me. And so I'm looking at the situation like, well, it's not about Eddie Hearn. It's about Tevin Farmer, who's the IBF champion, facing another champion, and they have a backstory and history. So that's what it's about. But oddly enough, this has turned into promoters versus promoters, opposed to fighters versus fighters. This is what this has turned to. Like I said, the first thing Leonard Ellaby said to me was, what has Eddie Hearn done? And I'm thinking in my head, what do you mean, what has Eddie Hearn done? It has nothing to do with Eddie Hearn. Salute to my brother, Just Blaze, Jixer 1000 in the building. It has nothing to do with Eddie Hearn. It has everything to do with Tevin Farmer and Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, you, Leonard Ellaby, and Mayweather Promotions, and Eddie Hearn, and Bob Arum, and you guys come into play because you guys are the promoters. But it's about the fighters, and it's about the sport. And granted, don't get me wrong, they have to have their best interests. They have to have the best interest for the fighters. And I applaud that, because they have to have for their careers, because once it's over, you know, for these fighters, nobody cares about them. So I understand that wholeheartedly, right? That they have to do that, right? They have to care and the best interest of the fighter first. But you can't make it about promoter versus promoter. It's salute the HBJ dog. Mark Wunderlich, salute. It's about the fighters though. And two, you cannot forget about the fans. Smash the like button. Mr. Tiger 401, salute. Front Street Entertainment, salute. You can't forget about the fighters and the fans. Most importantly, the fighters and the fans. The double F's, fighters and fans. You can't forget about them, right? Mike Hennigan, salute. And for some reason, right, this is continuously turning into promoters versus promoters, right? They want to upscale each other more than they want to put on fights, right? They rather say they got the best of each other, right? They didn't need this guy, they didn't need that promoter, when it's not about them, right? It's just like my brother Fred, right? My brother Fred, right now he does if you check out his YouTube, his Instagram, he does a challenge, right? To for because he says, like, he's not competing in the sport anymore like that, on that type of level. He's not competing in the sport anymore, Fred. But he does these challenges leading up to fights where he says, to every fight, the road to this fight, the road to that fight. He does these challenges leading up to the fight, right? And it's just due to being able to be competitive for competition reasons. You understand? So he does these things like the road to. Right now, he's doing the road to. He's doing the road to Spence Garcia, right? And it's just to challenge yourself. So it's almost like he's mimicking being in training camp. You understand? He's mimicking being in training camp. So he's saying the road to Spence Garcia, right? And he's mimicking himself. He's mimicking training camp. So every day he's working out and he's doing these things as if he's personally in training camp, right? And it's cool for the health, for your health. It's for health reasons. It's just cool all the way around. I like that he does that, right? But you see, he's being competitive with himself, right? Because he's not actually fighting. You understand? Battle Hub, salute. He's not actually fighting, but he's doing it in regards to as if he was. You understand what I'm saying? And with that said, it's like these promoters are doing the same thing, but they have more power than Fred does. You see what I'm saying? These promoters are doing the same thing. They doing the road to this, but they competing with each other and pretending that they are they have the upper hand. They pretending that they are the fighters. They losing sight of that, the fact that they not the fighters. So they in themselves, they doing the road to this. Now Floyd Mayweather, right, is different for Floyd Mayweather because Floyd Mayweather can still get in the ring. Right now, Floyd Mayweather could get in the ring if he wanted to and compete at a high level. He could scratch that itch. But these promoters, right, they want it to be about them. They really, if they could be the fighter, that's what they would. That's what they would. So it's like, they can't box. They can't be the fighters. So in return, this is how they satisfy their competitive itch. You understand? Where they compete with other promoters and stage off fights. Oh well, you see what I'm saying? So it's like Atlanta LB compete with I don't need him. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. Yep, the grind don't stop. So that's what happens, right? It turns into these guys competing with each other, and they forget about, because nobody wants to see Leonard Elby versus Eddie Hearn. Nobody wants to see Eddie Hearn versus Al Heyman. Nobody wants to see that. That's not what anybody wants to see. Hold on for a second. So nobody wants to see that, right? Nobody wants to see Eddie Hearn versus Al Heyman. right? Nobody wants to see that. Everybody wants to see uh 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 Tank Davis versus uh um everybody wants to see Tank Davis versus Tevin Farmer, regardless if you think it's a mismatch or not. That's what's brewing. H Town 713 salute. What's brewing is Javante Tank Davis versus Tevin Farmer, and that's what people want to see. Salute to my brother Corey Ellerman Jackson. And so, with that said, you see the first thing that Leonard Ellerby said to me was, who is Eddie Hearn? What has Eddie Hearn done for us to make a fight with Tevin Farmer? Last time I checked, Tevin Farmer is an IBF champion, and Javante Tank Davis is not even officially the WBA champion. He got that title in the middle of the night, as Machado still don't understand and still never got an explanation to the reason why he was bumped down. Donald Jones, salute. Machado still thought that he was the champ, and out the blue, the WBA said, "Well, you know what? Javante Tank Davis is the super champion." Mosquito, salute. And so Machado is still confused, but I don't understand Machado's stance, because you can easily address and say that you want to fight Tank Davis, but that's not on his wish list. When I asked Machado about fighting Tank Davis, he was looking at Burchett. He's looking at everybody but Tank Davis. So he like I started off by saying, these guys don't want to get in the ring with Javante Tank Davis. They don't want to shake with him. Right? And so I have to agree that it's not his fault, Tank Davis' fault. It's the way they're stringing him along. Right? And so with that said, I look at the situation. Machado could have fixed that situation by calling out Tank Davis, because I gave him the opportunity to do so. Multiple people gave him after he won the fight, he had the opportunity to say he wanted to fight Tank Davis. Smash the like buttons, get them likes to 130. He had the opportunity to say he wanted to fight Javante Tank Davis, and he chose not to. Don Banks, salute. Salute to my brother CB Sports, Carl Burrell. Subscribe to my brother's channel, CB Sports TV. Go click on this icon button and subscribe to his channel. And so with that said, Burchett had Machado had the opportunity to, after his fight was over, I asked him about the Tank fight and why Tank was elevated, and he didn't even know. He said he was watching the Tank Davis fight, and then at the end, when they announced that he was the WBA super champion, Machado was thrown off. He didn't even know where that came from. He had no clue where it came from. Machado did. But it just goes to show the level of respect he had for Tank Davis, because if you felt certain kind of way, why didn't you address the fight? Why didn't you say, "Oh, y'all think he the champion and me and him need to fight"? Instead, he called out, he danced around Tank Davis. Right? And so now you think about this. I can't blame Tank Davis. I got to blame the promoters. And so Leonard Ellerby also says to me, right? He goes, Tank came to me, and Tank said that he asked us numerous of times and told us that he wanted to fight Tevin Farmer, and we said no. Stay Ready Boxer TV, salute. How you gonna say no for him to unify? Let that sink in, people. How you gonna tell him no? He can't have a unification bout. Why not? Because you want to keep it in-house. That's the only reason. Smash the like buttons, get the likes to 150. So how you tell him no? You're not gonna fight Tevin Farmer when Leonard Ellerby admitted that Tank Davis has been pushing to face Tevin Farmer. So I agree with Floyd Mayweather, but one thing these guys have to understand and remember, that the fans take their money out their pocket and put it in their pocket. So if the fans are demanding something and it's not out the realm, Chen Smoke, salute. George Grove, salute. Don Banks, salute. The fans are demanding something, and it's not out the realm. This is not something that it can't happen. It's not something that's out of touch, that's out of reality. Tevin Farmer versus Tank Davis is in reality. Tank Davis only fought one time last year, once in 2018. So why would he be able to fight again in 2018 and that fight would be at Tevin Farmer? Come to some agreement. I'm pretty sure the world knows that Tank Davis is the A side. So how hard could it be to negotiate a fight with Lou DiBella and Eddie Hearn? And Eddie Hearn to get a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. How hard could that be? Smash the like buttons, get the likes to 150. Right? It can't be that hard. You understand what I'm saying? Famous Ogun, salute. It can't be that hard. That fight should have took place in 2018. And that's not Gervonta Tank Davis' fault. It's just not. It's his promoter's fault. And I don't even think, to a degree, it's Floyd Mayweather's fault. Tedrick Robinson, salute. Floyd might have looked at the situation with Tevin Farmer, because I heard Floyd Mayweather say before, Tevin Farmer needs to do something. Who is Tevin Farmer? What has Tevin Farmer done? Black Cat, salute. What has Tevin Farmer done and things of that nature, right? I've heard Floyd Mayweather say that about Tevin Farmer. Smash the like button. Black Cam TV, salute. So I'm sure that Floyd Mayweather does say, that he might have said we ain't fighting Tevin Farmer, but that's no good for your fighter. That's no good. Tevin Farmer is legit the IBF champion. Fight was easy, and maybe that's what they gave his first headline pay-per-view fight. I don't know, but I definitely think that that they need to make this fight happen, especially if Tank Davis is looking to make it happen. If Tank Davis is looking to make this fight happen, Gil Cole, salute. Is looking fight, and he's asking y'all, coming to y'all, wants to make this fight happen, then it's your responsibility to give him every opportunity to get that fight, unless it's something completely out the realm, unless it's something completely not possible, or at the moment, just, you know what I'm saying, like, not reality at the moment. I understand that. But when Tank Davis is looking to make a fight with Almighty Law 703, salute, with somebody like Tevin Farmer, and is a champion. Tevin Farmer is legit IBF champion. And so, where you look at Tank Davis as a WBA champion, it's somewhat questionable, because where did it come from? Salute to my brother Kurt Anderson, the historian. Kurt Sugar in the building. Salute. What's good with you, bro? Y'all coming on at 2:30, right? Can't wait. Look forward to it. Oh, boxing, salute. So, the problem in the sport of boxing, one of the biggest problems in the sport of boxing is these promoters are making it about themselves, opposed to making it about the fighters and the fans. And don't get me wrong, like I stated, I respect when they want to have the fighter's best interests at heart. You understand? So, Marcos Cano, salute. So, with that said, one of the biggest problems in the sport of boxing is the fact that these promoters are acting and pretending as if they're fighting. Leon Robinson, salute. Justin Quinn, salute. And they need to move out the way because they're holding up and hurting the sport of boxing. Oak Park Boxing, salute. They're hurting the sport of boxing by doing this. And so we need, so Floyd Mayweather says, blame me, blame Leonard Ellaby. Don't blame Gervonta Tank Davis. It's not his fault. You know, we have a certain, mind your neck, salute. Man, I can't see that long name, man. And so these fighters are Arturo Gatti, Diego Corrales. I couldn't even see what he said. But these promoters, smash the like buttons, get the likes to 170. Strictly Boxing Talk. Salute. Truck Simpson looks good. Yeah, I like Truck Simpson. Get them likes up to 170, man. So with that said, right, the promoters have to realize, and I understand they're trying to scratch their competitive itch. Samuel Curatine, salute. They trying to scratch their competitive itches, you know, and they competing with one another, and they making it a game between them. But it's not between them. It's not about them. Only thing it's about you is to make the fighter successful and give the fans what they want. Augusta Yarp, salute. Augustus Berg, salute. And so it hurts the sport that these promoters are being competitive with one another. We know Don King and Bob Arum used to compete with one another, right? Jeff, the producer, salute. Cheddar by some, I can't see your name, man. Smash the like button, get the likes to 170. We know Bob Arum and Don King used to compete with one another, but they still put on big fights, the best fights. We definitely saw the best fights when Bob Arum and Al Heyman was competing. I mean, Bob Arum and Don King was competing against one another. They put on good fights. There was no such thing as all this Waiting and Marquise Black, salute. All is waiting, Charles D, salute. All is waiting, and you got two champions that has a storyline, a history. Don King and Bob Arum would have capitalized on that. They would have capitalized on that. They would have made buku money. Elias Navarro, salute. Cheetah Head LLC, salute. Your boy Hellraiser, salute. They would have capitalized and made buku cash off of that fight. Rodriguez, salute. Instead, you got this storyline with a fight that might not happen. Suppose Tank loses. Cheddar boy, salute. Suppose Tank loses. Javier Carlos Rodriguez, salute. Suppose Tank loses, because Tevin Farmer already lost. If Tank loses, that fight loses its luster. It's not the same. Lauren Nichols, salute. Agro XR, salute. If Gervonta Tank Davis happens to lose, that fight loses all its luster. Because Tevin Farmer already lost. Smash the like buttons. Get them likes up to 200. Smash the like button. Arnez Lorenzo, salute. So, if Tank Davis happens to lose this fight, the fight loses its luster. And why? Why did we not get that fight in 2018 and Tank Davis only fought once? It wasn't like he had a busy schedule. And I was hearing that, he was letting himself get out of shape and he wasn't prepared and things of that nature that prevented him from being in the ring. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know that to be sure. I'm not stamping my approval on it. I don't know. Smash the like buttons. Get the likes to 200. Thief in the night. Salute. Smash the like buttons. Get them likes to 200. So look at this situation, right? Mikey Garcia and Vasyl Lomachenko fight never came to fruition because the promoters stood in the way. DJ QMOB, salute. Where you been at? The promoters stood in the way. Mikey couldn't come to agreement. He didn't want to work for Bob Arum, so on and so forth. In return, the fans were stripped of seeing Mikey Garcia versus Vasyl Lomachenko, and we will possibly never see that fight ever happen, especially not at its height. Dimitri Cohen, salute. We'll never see that fight at its highest, because if Mikey Garcia loses to Errol Spence badly, right? You'll never see. He won't be able. First of all, the fight will lose its luster. Jazzy T, salute. The fight would lose its luster. Second of all, right? The fight would he will have a hard time his father has said he can't go back down past 140. Now that was his father saying it, and we know Mikey Garcia obviously doesn't listen to everything his father says, because his father didn't want him to take the Errol Spence fight to begin with, and he chose to take it anyway. But with that said, his father said that he don't think that Mikey can go back down past 140. Y'all check out my video. I interviewed him and he told me that. And then if he loses to Errol Spence badly, on top of it, it's not the same, right? And now, so then you think about this, right? If he was to beat Errol Spence, he's definitely not going back down to 135. If he beats Errol Spence, why would he do such a thing when all the big money fights is going to be for him at 47? He going to make buku money fighting Terrence Crawford, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter. You understand? So why would he go back down if he was to beat Errol Spence? What kind of challenge poses him down after 147 if he beats Errol Spence? There's none. Right? It's too late. So due to the fact that the promoters had a standoff and they were beating their chests about who's doing what, and Mikey not wanting to work with Bob, and Bob saying they had a history, and so on and so forth, we never saw Mikey Garcia versus Vasyl Lomachenko. Everybody loves Raymond. Salute. Just think about that, right? We were stripped of that as fans that pay. Instead, they're gonna give us Vasyl Lomachenko versus Richie Coleman, which is not a bad fight, but that's not what we wanted to see. And Mikey Garcia has jumped up 2 weight classes, quote unquote. You know, you guys know my stance on that. I don't think it's 2 weight classes. I don't say it's 2 weight classes. Y'all know my stance on it. It's 1 weight class in my opinion. And I even you guys see, I told the Big G, Mikey Garcia's dad, that I thought it was 1 weight class. You see, I said it to the Big G. I didn't half step. I told the Big G I feel like he's only moving up 1 weight class, and he didn't disagree. He didn't agree with me, but he didn't disagree. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes over 200. Smash the like button. Smash that like button. Let's get the likes over 200 right now, man. Sab 1, salute. So, you know, it's a real issue in the sport of boxing. This is probably one of the biggest issues in the sport of boxing, is that these promoters feel like they're fighting. Charles D, salute. The promoters yeah, he's coming up from 140, in my opinion. Roy Q Dash, salute. The promoters feel like they are the ones that's fighting. And so in return, these promoters are acting like, why? The first thing, like I told you guys, and is I said to Leonard Ellaby about Tevin Farmer, and he said, why would we work with we don't have no interest and no rush to work with Eddie Hearn. What has he done? Talking about Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn has done nothing in the sport of boxing. Eddie Hearn has done nothing in the sport of boxing. He's a promoter. He's done nothing. Nothing. As a competitor, he's done nothing. So to say what has he done, he's done nothing. I could see if he said, what has Tevin Farmer done to deserve a fight with Tank Davis? But he used that mentality and that attitude towards Eddie Hearn. You understand? So that's what threw me off, because it's like, what we talking about Tevin Farmer, who is the IBF. Wow. Unreal. So here we go with YouTube again. No, YouTube just froze me out for whatever reason. Because they just felt like it. Thanks, YouTube. So anyway, he was referring, he used that motto as if to say that Eddie Hearn is actually a competitor. He's not. He's a promoter. And so with that said, right? if your fighter Tank Davis is willing to fight and wants to fight the IBF champion in his weight class, right? And the IBF champion in his weight class, Tevin Farmer, wants to face him in a unification bout. They're in the same weight class. They don't have to negotiate weights. They don't have to negotiate much of anything. And it's very clear. Zaza Brown, salute. It's very clear that Tevin Farmer knows that Tank Davis is the A side, right? He knows that Tevin Farmer knows Tank Davis is the A side. So I'm pretty sure Tevin Farmer's not going to make it hard to negotiate as far as what he should and shouldn't get when it comes to dealing with Tank Davis, because he just wants to fight at this point in time. So I'm almost certain that Tevin Farmer is not going to hold up negotiations. He's not going to make it an issue. Smash the like buttons. Get them likes up to 220. Yusuf Kawi, salute. Pugilist Shiznit, salute. Get them likes up to 220, man. Smash the like button. So I'm pretty sure Tevin Farmer's not going to go in negotiations with Tank Davis and make it an issue and make it hard to negotiate. And I'm pretty sure Lou DiBella is not going to do the same either. And Eddie Hearn wouldn't have play a big part in it. Eddie Hearn won't be a hang-up in the situation. Go around. Eddie Hearn won't make it a issue. Eddie Hearn can't hold up the fight with his side of the negotiation. He won't be able to do it. Eddie Hearn won't be able to do it. You understand? So this fight should be very easy to make. This fight would be very easy to make. Black Fight Promotion, salute. So what's the holdup? Because you choosing just not to negotiate with that side of the fence. So you choose that when your fighter's saying, I wanna fight this guy. The guy is saying, I want to fight him. But you as the promoter are choosing, Gravy Davis, salute. You as the promoter are choosing to say, no, that's not happening. With no reasoning. With no rhyme and reasoning behind it. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes to 220. With no rhyme or reasoning behind it. What's the reasoning for not wanting to negotiate with them to make this fight? Smash the like button. Let's get them likes to 220. Smash the like button right now. Get them likes to 220. Right now. Smash the like button. Let's get them up to 220 right now, man. So just you as a promoter feel like you don't want to deal with this promoter, so you're not going to make the fight that the fans want, that the public demands, that the fighters want. And they feel like that's just correct. Do so now and salute. Smash the like buttons. Get the likes to 220. You're watching right now. Smash the like button. Put it to 220. Let's go. So as a promoter and as a you don't feel like Moses Lewis, salute. You don't feel like the right thing to do is to give your fighter what he wants, so he can settle a score and get a belt with a storyline and give the people what they want and get more name recognition. His popularity would grow. You understand? His popularity, Tank's popularity would grow through the roof. If the Dory T, salute. David Thomas, salute. And another thing, yeah. Tomorrow, Lorenzo Diaz Sr., salute. Silver Street, Loma, salute. 2011, salute. Another thing is tomorrow, around 1 to 2 p.m., maybe 11 in the morning, be on the lookout. I'm going to do a special about health, things to eat, what not to eat, how to get your health right with my brother. You'll see my brother on, right? He going to break it down for y'all, man. about health and what to eat and what you shouldn't eat, what you could do to help yourself with when you have a high blood pressure and other when you're suffering from other health issues. He'll be on tomorrow. We're gonna do this around 11 o'clock. So make sure everybody come through, man. You don't get the like button if you don't get the I'm gonna put up the I'm gonna put up the reminder. Salute to my brother Retro Boston and documentary, my brother Blood. Go subscribe to his channel. Yeah, Blood. This evening. I'll have the reminder up this evening at the time. I already talked to him. D044 Boxer, salute. Jawad Ali, salute. I already talked to him, and we already squared it away. I think I got confused with the times because I told him one time, Raphael Gooden, salute. I gave him a time of I said 11 in the morning, and then he texted me 2, but I had already texted him before I called him, so it was a little confusion. But tonight, you will have the exact time. Make sure everybody comes through. Boxing Australia, salute. Because he's going to take his time out. He runs his business and things of that nature, but he's going to take his time out to break down what you got. He's going to do question and answering. So y'all can ask him any questions y'all want. He's going to answer y'all. He's going to give you what you should do. You can where you can find him. Question. You can ask him any question you want. Anything you need done. Any health issues you got, any questions on how to make your alkaline water, how to get it, what you should take, vitamins and things of that nature, what you should avoid, what food you should avoid. He's a vegan, obviously, so he's gonna tell you he gonna tell you different ways, different methods, but it's gonna go down. So this evening, I'll have the reminder up. I'm gonna set a timer and a reminder so everybody know when to come through. But it's 2:30 right now, so I'm gonna step off, man, because my brother World Breaker Fighting is coming on. So go over to World Breaker Fighting and check out my brother World Breaker Fighting, man. Salute to